Hello everybody, my name is Chris. Today I'm going to show you how I turned an ammo can into a wood burning stove. Here's a picture of the before and after. I do want to say forgive me for my rinky-dink video, but I hope you guys enjoy it and it's understandable and clear. This ammo can is actually for carrying hand grenades. It's the larger, taller version. Alright, here are some of the tools you'll need to complete this job. High-powered wheel grinder, grinding wheel. You can buy this at Harbor Freight. You'll need a hacksaw blade. You'll need a metal file. You'll need 3/4 drill and tap screws. There's one. I'm going to show you the size. You'll need this heat-resistant silicone. You'll need the heat-resistant gasket with the gasket adhesive. And I don't have it in this picture, but you'll also need a drill. As you can see, there's my drill on the table, the drill bit. There's a part on the table. It's the breather, as well as the catcher, the handle with the catcher goes in. I do want to say the hinge and the breather and the piece that comes out of the top of the ammo can was bought in a kit. As you can see here, I put a plate on a plate. The back plate, I bought that at Lowe's, and I cut it for the size and the hole, the square hole that I made in the ammo can, and I fastened it onto it. That hinge actually came in a kit as well, and all of those screws are drill and tap screws. If you see at the bottom, there's a grate inside of there. I put that one in there because of the screws that'll hold on these. It's basically coat hangers. They made good legs. I saw that in somebody else's video, so I decided to put them on mine. But that grate that I got in the bottom is so the ashtray can slide on it with ease. Here's a better picture of the coat hangers used as feet for this stove. As you can see, I turned them out to where they would be the widest. I do want to say the back ones, they started to bend because of the heat, but the front ones kept their integrity because there's less heat up by the door. And if you look inside here, I did cut the ends for the ashtray. I cut the hole to be level with the outside box. It has to go in there really tight, but able to slide with ease. As you can see, the drill and tap screws are in there holding the grate up. And I have the breather installed as well as the latch and the latch catcher. As far as cutting round holes, I didn't. I cut square holes. As you can see in the door, it's a square hole, but it basically will fit the round circumference, if you know what I mean. And as you can see, all the screws are drill and tap screws. You can put uh, nuts and bolts in yours if you want to. I was able to put this together really quick by using those. As you can see, also the square holes I cut and where I stopped. This front handle I actually will cut off before I finish the project. If you guys can see that handle, I will cut that one off, but I will leave the back one on. Okay, next you guys want to install the seal, heat resistant seal with the adhesive. Put it as far to the outer edge as you can, so it'll clamp on the edges of the bottom box, the lid will. When you first buy this ammo can, it'll have a rubber seal. You just pull that one out, it comes out pretty easy, and put this in. As you can see how I drilled and tapped the vent extension, this is how I did mine. I put a little heat resistant silicone in there as well to cover any holes or gaps. And if you guys can see that metal piece that's inside the box, you want to install that as well, so you're not allowing the heat to just go straight up out of the exhaust. You want to try to keep the heat in the box as much as you can. Here's another image of that. I'm gonna call it a damper because it kind of restricts the heat from going straight up out the pipe. Okay, here I cut a square hole, not a round hole, and I just put that square piece over the hole. I didn't jigsaw a hole, if you guys understand that. I cut a square, and you can see the round hole from the top, but underneath is square. It was simpler that way. Okay, next you guys want to get some needle nose vice grips to kind of hold uh, your side pieces on, to be able to drill and tap, to apply pressure to drill those holes and tap them at the same time. Yeah, as you can see, one side I just cut and bent up, so we got a small side, a long side that's cut and bent, but the other two are two pieces that I inserted, and I used drill and tap screws to put those on. I got 3 on the one side and 2 on the other. After you guys get that fitted just rightly, snugly, but able to slide, you want to test it out before starting the burn process, which I'll show you next. Okay, here's a picture of me burning it. As you can see, the fire's cooking really good in there. The front little latch is still green. It's a separate color from the sides, as you can see. I got water boiling at the top of it. The silicone is not withstanding that heat. The vent is actually turning a dull color. You want that. You want to burn the shiny stuff off. That's a chemical. As you can see, the water's boiling really good. And the pipe, the exhaust is, we're getting that shiny stuff off of there. I don't know what they call that, but it's burning pretty good. After I burn it really good, and I do close that door later on to burn the front more. After you burn it, you want to sand it and get a wire brush and get all the excess old paint off of there. Sorry for that little glitch. Thank you guys for putting up with my little rinky-dink video. But there it is, cooking. It's cooking good. That bottom piece has to be burned as well before painting it to get the chemicals off. Here's a picture of what I did after I burned it. That's heat resistant paint. It can withstand heat up to 1,200 degrees. As you can see, I got my little wire holding that front latch from touching the bottom because the paint is drying. You can see the tray is pulled out a little bit. Still got a little ash from the burn in there. I put a gold metal knob on the bottom. I wouldn't recommend you guys doing that. I did it for the look of it. You want to put wooden handles on this because it'll get so hot. But when I use mine, I'll be using a glove. And it's not that hot at the bottom as it is the top. And as you can see on the top front plate, I don't want to paint that. I want to use it like a stove. If it was painted, it would restrict the heat, I believe. Yeah, if you notice how shiny the paint is, that's because I haven't burned it again. Once you paint it, you have to burn it again. And it will smoke slightly. And then it'll stop smoking. That's when you know it's ready to be, you can burn on the inside of your home or cabin or tent. But never burn it with fresh paint on there. And if you want to put another coat, burn it, paint it, then burn it again. Here is an image of it done after the burn and the paint. And as you can see, the little gold knob, I like it. It kind of helps the look of it. Never paint the breather, the round breather, and never paint under the breather. If you have to make a stencil and put some tape there so the paint won't get on that. And as you can see, put a little wood handle on the latch. If it's burning, it won't burn your fingers when you open that latch. But like I said, the bottom tray, it'll get hot too. Never pull that open with your bare hand. Here you can see, whoops, sorry about that. Here you can see the tray on the inside. It's a more sturdier grate. The other grate was too thin, and after I burned it, it started bowing. So I installed this more sturdier grate. That one won't bend. It can withstand a lot of days. And there we have another picture of the finished product. Here's a picture of it burning with the door closed. This is the first burn, or it could be the second burn. As you can see, the top of that door has a slight crack. I'll correct that later, but it wouldn't hurt anything. So, it needs to breathe a little bit to keep the airflow going inside of it. Okay, that concludes my demonstration of how I converted this into this. You guys are welcome to subscribe, and I welcome your questions and comments and even constructive criticism. Without further ado, Happy New Year and stay blessed.